Imagine this, a woman wakes up, but not in her bed. She's in a coffin, buried alive. She lights a tiny candle, its flickering light revealing her horrifying situation. Her first thought? To write a letter to her husband. This is the incredible true story of Maria, a woman from 1547 who was buried alive. Maria was a young wife living her life, until one day she was struck down by a terrible fever. It got worse and worse until her body grew cold. Her husband, heartbroken, believed she was dead. You see, in 16th century Europe, death was everywhere and fear was very real. They buried the dead fast. No doctors checked, no one waited. And so Maria was buried the very same day. But here's the terrifying twist. Maria wasn't dead. She was in a deep, deep coma. Hours after they laid her in the ground, she woke up, in absolute darkness. Inside a wooden box, 6 feet under, she had one thing, a small candle, buried with her as was the custom. She lit it, and the flickering flame revealed her unimaginable horror, a wooden lid just inches above her face, cold earth pressing in all around her. She screamed, but no one heard. She pushed against the lid with all her might. It didn't budge. Then, she remembered, a small knife in her pocket. With desperate strength, she began to carve, carving into the hard wood for hours. Her fingers bled. The candle burned lower and lower, but she didn't stop. Finally, she carved a small hole, just big enough for her hand. She reached out. Her fingers touched nothing but air, then dirt. She started digging with her bare hands, dirt raining down on her face, but she kept going. Meanwhile, under the cover of night, grave robbers arrived. They wanted her wedding ring. As they began to dig, pulling handfuls of dirt from her grave, they suddenly saw something moving. A hand. Maria's hand. They screamed and ran for their lives. Maria pulled herself out, covered in mud and blood, a ghastly sight. She walked all the way home. When her husband opened the door and saw her, he screamed, convinced she was a ghost. But Maria looked at him and said simply, "I am alive. I was buried alive." Maria lived for many years after that terrifying night. She had children, a full life, and she told her unbelievable story to everyone she met. When she finally did pass away, they made absolutely sure she was dead this time. They waited 3 full days. History remembers her as Maria, the woman who literally woke up in her own grave. Today, in her hometown, her story is still told. A chilling story of fear, an incredible story of survival, a story that makes you stop and think, if you were buried alive, what would be the very first thing you'd do? Let us know in the comments.